Shall we begin?
So it begins. And now it begins. So it begins.
And so it begins.
Shall we begin?
It begins.
So, shall we begin?
So, it begins.
Shall I begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Shall we begin once again? We are back, but this time there is no Boba Fett, thank God. Holy fuck. I am glad that show's over. So now, on our little meetups over here, we can talk about other stuff. Thankfully. The Flipster can't join us today, unfortunately. He's working on some stuff, but that's all good. Angus and I are here today. What's up, buddy?
Oh, I'm kind of just out of it. Not working
right.
today.
You got some milk? You got some new milk?
Oh, yeah.
You got some cow milk for your udders?
We show the audience. So they're like, what? One of these words he's saying. I like Fairlife milk. It's pretty yummy. They got white, like 2%. They got chocolate. They got strawberry, which is my favorite. And then they just got this new one, cookies and cream. So I had to try that, and a little disappointed in that, but I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just, but no, I'm irritated as well because I didn't realize how what a nosedive weekly like things to look forward to would take after this week, because it's like you had Boba Fett, and then they had the Super Bowl, and I was invested to some degree in that show. The way they set it up the last two episodes, that was fucking awful at the end. And
that was the longest shootout ever. That was so boring.
Yeah, and also the Super Bowl ended with my team losing, the Bengals. No! Good game, but like we just fucking choked in the fourth, did nothing. And yeah, so it's like I don't have a show right now. And there's no football, so it's like I'm just in this like entertainment void at the moment. I don't know what I want to see. What piques my interest is just I'm floating in space.
There's no Cobra Kai for like another year. There's everything that's good is like way out there. Maybe.
Well, it's weird for me because normally I'm really good at just occupying my brain,
like hopping over to the next one. Well, maybe it's about time I recommend stuff for you to watch.
It's not even me hopping into like the next trend or something. It's like I just find shit. I'll find something old. Like I don't care. But I'm just like, I don't know what I want to watch. I just binged in a day the whole Rick and Morty season 5. It dropped on HBO, and it's like, fuck, that's over.
That's why you got to get out of the binging mentality, man.
No. I like to.
I like to. At a time.
No, that's stupid. What am I? What is this? 1995?
I'd be a year old at that point. Shut up. No, but no. See, now we have something new to look forward to. Anguloid, I guess. I don't know about looking forward
Obi-Wan?
to. Probably the wrong phrasing here. Obi-Wan and the Sand Friends or something. I don't know. I'm so uninterested in the Kenobi thing. Though I do think that there's a lot of things they could do that would be interesting. I just don't think they'll do any of them. It's interesting.
I'm interested because one, Ewan is like everyone agrees. Everyone he's the thing about the prequels. Everyone can kind of agree on, for sure. Like and admit it or not, like Obi-Wan is dog shit character without the prequels. Like he's just
he'd be a much more simplistic, not much to him character.
He's
like,
just vague backstory, Virgil like mentor archetype, ghost. But with the prequels, you actually like you get a backbone to a story. It's like, oh, okay, this feels earned. It's not just when we go with these fucking That's what like sucks about OT Star Wars is like when you explain it, it's kind of like The Office. When you explain it, it doesn't sound that good. Because you realize, like, oh yeah, George Lucas is a brilliant plagiarist, and so when you just say what he made, it's like, oh, well, that's like every fucking story, not interesting. You got to see it. It's a experience. He's a brilliant, creating this world. It's like Ridley Scott with Alien, the depth he puts into the realism in this fantasy. But yeah, that's why for me the prequels last so well, is because there's such an interesting story, such an interesting world. It's not just cookie cutter. It's not just simple, and that's why it doesn't resonate to everyone else, because they want that simple, fucking kiddie, Happy Meal of a story.
Yeah, but I mean, based on Book of Boba Fett and stuff, that's partly why I'm not so confident in the sequel trilogy in general. Like, there's a lot of reasons why I think that the Kenobi show will be a complete dud as well.
Well, the other thing that helps it, aside from Ewan, is Deborah Chow. She's Chinese. She's some sort of Asian, the yellow variety. And
watch her be Fennec's sister or some shit.
No, but I want to say they tried
Rose
to
Tico's mom.
I want to say they tried to steer her into some woke answer about diversity or some shit, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm a director." She kind of totally sidestepped into this identity politics shit to win favors with the current narrative. And what I've seen of her, I think she did 1 or 2 episodes in The Mandalorian so far. What I saw of hers, I think she did episode 7, if I'm not mistaken, season 1. She's got a good eye. She's got a good eye for this. I feel confident. Her and Rick Famuyiwa are the two that I was like, yeah, I want to see them get a show. Filoni gets a leg up with his tutorship under Lucas. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of the chosen one. He's the next generation, but and he's come a long way. If you look at the Gunslinger episode in Mandalorian, into season 2 episode, into Book of Boba Fett, he did episode 6. And it's like, holy shit, he's really proved his game with the physical, real live action photography in just a couple of years. He's really closed the gap. And Bryce Dallas Howard too. She's really improved a lot. Because that first episode is like, oh, this is awful. Worst episode of the Mando. Then the next season is like, wow, improvement. And then the next one's like, ooh, okay. Yeah, and maybe give her a movie. So, yeah, and I'd never had those fears as Chow or Rick Famuyiwa, so overall, I think there's goodwill. I don't take Book of Boba Fett because it's kind of show ran by what's his name, Spy Kids douchebag,
Rodriguez,
and we saw how that panned out with him directing the end of the show too. But
yeah, it was not a good finale. No,
I feel I could totally be wrong, but I feel like they're in much better hands, much more understanding of the world they're in. Because Rodriguez, his first time in Star Wars was the weakest episode of season 2, in my opinion. It was really a very short script. They just kind of hodgepodge something simple, and boom, Boba Fett's back. And it's just he's being a badass, clubbing people with his gaffy stick, and now we get the backstory why he's got a gaffy stick, and it's like, oh, everyone hates it.
Well, it's like, okay, that explains the gaffy stick. That's Solo, but in a show form. It's just not needed, really.
Yeah, he did the literal, I'd say 4 and 5, Bryce Dallas Howard and Filoni's episodes are the weakest of Mando and of this universe. But directing wise and story, all just combined elements. But he had the easiest episode of the whole universe so far with that Boba Fett introduction.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of see it, it's overly simple. It's kind of it gets overshadowed because it's got a couple big moments for the show, down points. So it's when they blow up the Razor Crest, when they capture Baby Yoda. So it's
spoilers. Just kidding.
He's on a big sad at that time in the show.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think that they'll do very well with Kenobi. I don't know. You said, the person that directed episode 6 of Boba. And it's I don't know. I still found quite a bit to dislike there. And I don't know. I don't believe that they're capable of... I don't think that they want to kill any of their EU characters, any of their Clone Wars ones, like Ahsoka and all them. I'm sure that they'll want to put them in there. Like, you know, so a lot of Clone Wars fans will have the yay, they're there now, they're in it, but like not much substance beyond that. I don't think they'll be able to pull the substance out. I don't think that's what they focus on. Like you know how we said that you know, Ahsoka and Luke, there could be something there. They're not going to do that, like ever. They're just gonna be like, oh no, look, they're here, and goodbye. And that's, I don't think they'll do. I don't think they can do anything that interesting. What would be nice is, like, you know, seeing a character like Obi-Wan, a Jedi Master, you know, have to deal with his Padawan. You know, not just, you know, I was hearing it was either Mauler or Drinker or somebody. I forget who they're talking about. You know, this type of possibility where it's like you could see a Jedi Master like deal with not just having lost his Padawan, but lost it to the dark side, and that's an interesting little concept to see on screen. More than just, oh, there he was good, now he's evil now. That sucks, huh? Are you still there?
I don't have much to add to that.
You what?
Yeah, I don't really have much to add to that.
Okay. Well, that's all right, because I don't have much to. There's not much to add on Kenobi, because all they've shown us is a poster the day that finale of Boba Fett was there, and just I just think that, you know, it's sand and then Obi-Wan in the background, kind of. It's like, wow, what a poster. Like, if that's supposed to get people hyped, that's not really a very good way at that. But anyway, did you see the Doctor? I was gonna say the Doctor 2, the Doctor Strange 2
They
trailer.
say Doctor Who. It's like, oh, you mean the thing I try to avoid knowing it exists?
Totally. Your favorite.
Doctor Who's fucking awful. It's for people at too ADD to follow a coherent plot. Yeah, Doctor Strange. I saw some of it. I was driving to watch Super Bowl, so I kind of just like listened and it's like was going some back and forth. I knew it had imagery from the first trailer in No Way Home, but I'm interested, especially with Sam Raimi coming back to a Marvel project. That's a good sell. It's like, oh, a guy who actually like tries to like actually direct, you know, have a vision. I'm not a fanboy of him, but I love his Spider-Man. And it had some weight, I guess, having him behind the helm versus like Yes Men, like the Loki show, which I liked, but you know, it's like these are people that have no name, so they're not going to like really hit back when Feige says, I want this, you know. Raimi, on the other hand, like he walked away from doing Spider-Man 4 because he's like, yeah, your time hack's stupid. Go fuck yourself.
Yes, like he's a director that could say, nah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, you know, John Watts, you know, he
doesn't need to fight for his career. He's already got it. So
I think his name's John Watts. Guy did the Spider-Man trilogy. It's like, who the fuck is that? You know, now he's got a name because they let him do Spider-Man. But it's like Colin Trevorrow. It's like his next movie was a bomb and Disney fired him from Star Wars 7 or 9. So
true.
You know, they get these like one-hit guys. Or Patty Jenkins had Wonder Woman. She hadn't done anything really since Monster. And then they flop again and they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can watch the trailer. Let me see what my thoughts are.
Yeah. Real quick. What's up, Tim? What's up? He says the trailer was dope as fuck. Ray really liked it. Maybe. Unless he's talking about, yeah, I assume he's talking about Doctor Strange too. Right here. I don't know. When I saw it, I feel like I'm in the minority this time of like, I didn't really get that much from it, but I guess.
But you didn't finish What If, did you?
Fuck no.
You should have finished it. It was
I didn't.
Fun stuff.
I disagree.
But what I was going to say is like, I guess people didn't realize it's a canonical show, which they already said.
A lot of people, I think a lot of people did know that. From what I remember.
And, because like episode
like
1 or episode like 2 or 3 is Doctor Strange and his whole trying to like get back with his girlfriend, and he ends up like destroying the universe. It's like shit. That actually had some like depth to it, you know, some consequence. It wasn't just a hey, we're Marvel, we're silly, and now it's like that Doctor Strange, I guess, is in this universe or in this film with our Doctor Strange.
Oh, is that what that's supposed to be? Oh, okay. Okay. We got Super Fan Adam Shahan in the chat. What's up, buddy? No. Fight for that career. Nah, Ramey's pretty solid, I suppose. What's up, Pop Culture Minefield? What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. It's been a little while. You guys are doing pretty well lately, it looks like. That's good. Good seeing you guys. And yeah, Frank, yeah. You guys are here. All right. So let us know what you guys thought about Doctor Strange 2 trailer. We're going to play a little bit of it. I'm going to pause here and there so we have commentary along the way because, copyright funsies. Right away, though, Angus, this look, just all the close-ups like this just make me think of, oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, Obi-Wan.
I just think of Obi-Wan.
That was a cool
close-ups like this.
Yeah, that was a cool decision to do the eye close-ups. I don't know why they didn't do it for Book of Boba Fett. Do the westerns was just like the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah. That's all I think of when I see that.
Every night, I dream the same dream.
So I assume that the dreams are of the other Doctor Strange or something.
I have no idea. I'm totally blind. I haven't looked at any predictions or lore stuff on YouTube. I'm going in completely blind unless besides the trailers.
Well, I'm just saying, you've seen Loki. I haven't. You've seen all of what?
Oh yeah,
I
no,
haven't.
definitely.
So I'm
that
just
image
saying.
Made me think of Loki.
I'm just saying, yeah. If
Wait,
you
maybe
see
that
something that reminds you of
the fuck, what was it? King's house. I can't remember. I'm not sure, but
yes, that's why I'm asking you if you know, because you've seen more than I have. So
yeah, I like Loki.
Okay. Can you tell who that is at all?
Probably Doctor Strange. I don't know.
I don't know. It looked like a weird mummy thing.
Or maybe it's Wong. I think Wong's got long hair now.
Oh yeah, Wong Bong. Here
Made the Wong decision.
Wong choice, fucko. And it's some giant mummy thing. This kind of looks like Dormammu wrapped in stuff. Sort of, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I woke up. Shot for the ladies, of course.
Well, the way that shot, it seems like maybe that's supposed to be him.
Yeah, the way this looked, yeah.
The nightmare begins.
The nightmare. I feel like the cracked watch is like an implication of like the multiverse. The multiverse. Yeah.
It's all converging again.
Exactly.
I did what I had to do.
That's what she said. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing really comment on here. Except for the way he was doing that made me think of Stark Tech. In a weird way. I doubt it has any relation to it, but subtly that kind of looked like he was looking at things to pick out, like how Stark would, move with his hands, technology, but he's doing this with magic or something. It could be a nice detail or completely unrelated. I don't know.
Protect our world. You cannot control everything, Strange.
But what can you control everything weird? Hold on, I'm gonna check on.
So you think of the Honest trailers when it's like you ever seen Iron Man? Have you ever seen Iron Man on weed?
Right, yeah, that's Doctor Strange, buddy. That's Doctor Strange. What's up, Pop Culture? Right here says, I enjoyed it, but it's feeling like there's some panic over how big No Way Home was. I am staying positive and expecting Sam Raimi to deliver a good film. Yeah, he might. That's fair. I kind of don't. I don't know if it matters that it's Sam Raimi myself. I don't know. Like, he also wrote Mary Jane and the original ones, which I fucking hate that bitch. So I don't know. We'll see.
You opened the doorway between universes.
Yeah, like, is that reminding you of anything you've seen? Because I don't know.
Makes me think of Thanos.
Or is this like the other world, like that he got stuck in No Way Home or something? Like the way that's
dimension?
framed. Yeah, because everything's like kind of frozen.
This makes me think of Thanos snapping shit, or the Keanu Reeves CGI to Day of the Earth Stood Still when they're like nuking shit, like the Giant Stadium and stuff.
I haven't seen that yet, so I have no idea.
I've seen the old one. I never sat down and watched it. I just remember the trailer.
Oh, okay. Shit. Here we go.
Or what will walk through it? Wanda,
Oh.
what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz,
Wanda. Yeah, so I haven't seen WandaVision. All I know is
Not worth it.
all I know is everybody's commentary about it and how it started out like with the neat idea and then totally flibbity-flobbeted it all the way through.
had his
Just
theories.
watch a like explain video
He believed it was
to
dangerous.
recap it.
Yeah.
It's not worth watching.
Yeah, she's like, there's theories that it's dangerous. Well, no, I thought that opening multiverses would be such a nice cupcake breeze. Lady. There's a Minotaur thingy here. This kind of fits for you. Little
Yeah.
Angus, a cow, human. An Angus brethren.
The
That'd be
mighty
something.
Minotaur.
All right, Pop Culture says, got it back to drawing G.I. Joe. I'll leave you guys playing in the background so I can listen to us at work. We'll appreciate that, man. Good having you pop on by and have fun drawing G.I. Joe. Hell yeah. And what's up, James Clark? Good seeing you. It's been a little while. Hope you're doing good. He's also an artist as well. It's ironic. Quite ironic. All right. Another giant cloud. I feel like there's a lot of clouds in Marvel.
Oh god, a space fart.
It's a lot of space clouds
It's
and
Parallax and Galactus. Yeah.
and Galactus and wasn't there a cloud thing in Loki? Everybody was talking about purple cloud. Or
It was like this like shark cloud thing or something.
Yeah.
He
But that was
right.
just a storm on the planet.
Yeah. Okay, and he's in a loop-de-loo world here. All right. You kind of expect that with Doctor Strange type of things, just to be weird as hell, I guess.
I'm sorry, Stephen.
That guy was in the first movie, right?
Yeah, he's one kind of like revelations of the chosen one or the ancient. Fuck, we're talking about chosen one earlier.
He was like the hard.
The ancient
Christian.
one, when he finds out that she's been like using the dark magic or whatever to stay alive this whole time, it like shatters his view of the world. So
It wasn't.
it's
It wasn't pure. It wasn't the true way. He's a Christian who got open-minded. He got woke, awakened to the
yeah. Plus, she's white, and so they're probably gonna go with something like that undertone.
possibly. I honestly,
demon's line.
I honestly assumed they were never going to use this character again, completely forgetting about him. So I'm surprised they're actually doing that. Okay, he's around. All right.
Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
A lot of people were saying these remind them of Ultron. I'm getting more like a Sentinel vibe, but like miniaturized.
I'm thinking of like, was it Ultraman?
Godzilla.
No, not Jet Jaguar. Ultraman.
Oh, but same thing, man. That's like same shit.
Very different robots.
Same shit. That's
Jet Jaguar is an asshole. I'm glad Godzilla kicked his ass finally. I hate that fucking guy.
And everybody's going, it's the Illuminati because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chairs. You don't see the 6th chair, but it's, because he's blocking it. But so that's like, I assume it's supposed to have the smartest people. So they got Professor X and
this is probably how they're going to try to bring in through multiverse
the X-Men.
Another, not just the X-Men, but this will open the door for doing a full Planet Hulk story, not just the kind of hodgepodge Planet Hulk.
Right.
they
Like
added
a
to
real
Ragnarok.
one of, wow, he's a humunguloid threat, I guess. Perhaps.
We should tell him the truth.
A lot of people like shat their pants hearing. I was gonna say Shatner. Hearing fucking what's this? I know his name. I had it.
Patrick
hold on.
Stewart.
Don't stop it! Dang it! I've almost had it. Patrick Stewart's voice, and I couldn't care less. I'm just like, okay, I guess X-Men's here.
I'm
now, too.
underwhelmed just because they had the chance to like actually acknowledge X-Men in the world when they did Quicksilver from the X-Men in WandaVision.
In WandaVision could have been that type of gap already. Yeah, and it was like, nah, fuck it, we'll do it later.
And
And,
they're like, no,
Loki
it's
could
just
have done things too, and no. And it's like they had a lot of chances.
Yeah, so
Did a
now I'm
lot
just like, oh,
even
okay,
even
yeah.
No Way Home, even No Way Home could have. And it was like, nah.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just
Like,
I
I'll be
know a lot
happy
of
when I actually see that they're really doing something and X-Men's real in the world of this universe. But right now,
feel
it's
like
like
I
don't know why they would show it here in a trailer. Like, there's already enough hype. It's MCU. It's already got probably $1 billion insulated into it to make the box office.
Well, no, they want to get the No Way Home money and like love. So a cameo. That means we win, right? We got a cool cameo, like in No Way Home, huh? No. You know, just personally, I am really tired of these bigger than the world threats. Like, I just kind of want to have a regular one, in a way, like a traditional Spider-Man one of like, just somebody's trying to go to school or work, and there's a few obstacles in their way, like just something simple, like just it doesn't have to be the whole world, the whole universe, the whole multiverse, the whole timeline. It can just be something a little chill, That'd be fine with me. And I don't know why. I just think this looks cheesy here, but I don't know.
Turned into boxes.
It just looks. I don't know. Like it's like, I guess that's weird, but
it looks like Squidward.
Yeah, the bold and brash. Okay, like there's so many spatial things here. Like I don't know. Like a giant vortex cloud again in some weird place, and whomever this is supposed to be on the other side, probably either Evil Strange or I don't fucking care.
Things just got out of hand.
Yeah, so that's supposed to be the What If Doctor Strange.
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of people had speculations on this character here.
Mysterio.
Out. No, I haven't heard that one actually. I've heard Monica Rambeau. I've heard whatever the fuck Tom Cruise is gonna be, or something.
Oh, Tom Cruise is Iron Man.
Maybe, like, yeah, as a version of Iron Man of some kind.
I'd be down to see Tom Cruise as Iron Man. That'd be funny.
Yeah, but it's like this based on this angle. I'm getting more of like a black chick vibe, but I don't know. From here, just I don't know the way the hairdo is, I guess. Yeah, I know, stereotype, but whatever. That's all I got here. So I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's very Captain Marvel-y or Iron Man, so I don't know. And then that seemed to be Wanda and stuff. Can you tell who's the guy in the center right here? That's that Minotaur.
Yeah,
is the Minotaur a character? Is he a character in the Marvel stuff?
I have no idea.
I've never seen him before. Unless it's a crossover with Narnia.
Fuck Narnia.
Who the fuck are these guys?
I think that's the guy with one arm.
The guy with one arm. What from what?
From Doctor Strange.
When did the
he's
guy
saying like he's like, my hands are hurt. How can I use a sling ring? And then they show the fucking guy with one arm using the sling ring. Opening up portals.
That. Man, I don't remember that at all. I haven't seen it since it came out in theaters. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's why I like looking.
But these are students, you're saying, essentially.
Well, I don't know if the one-arm guy's a student anymore, but he's a practitioner.
Doctor Strange folk. I don't know what you call them. Sorcerers? Jesus. Maybe. I don't know.
You break the rules. Look out!
Cthulhu with an eyeball? No, it's not Cthulhu. Just the Kraken.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
Silly design. I'm not impressed.
No,
I mean, it looks good. Like, it looks well done, but I'm just like...
Looks dull, though, kind of. Or maybe it's just the setting. Like, it's just in the town. Just looks
like,
dull.
oh, no.
This reminds me of the Rancor and Boba Fett. It's like Rancor, a dull-looking Rancor in a dull-looking city. Like,
it's like, oh, no. They're attacking the soundstage in Atlanta.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I want to know what you think about the line that Wanda's about to say here. So she's like, whenever you do something, I'll rewind a sec. I forget the quote. So she's like kind of whiny here, but various opinions here.
You break the rules. Look out! Become a hero.
It says, you break the rules, you become a hero. And he sees a little statue, worshipy, sure.
I do it, I become the enemy.
She does it, she becomes the enemy. And, well, that... I don't remember seeing this shot. And then she says it's not fair in a sec. But, okay, so is there like a evil Scarlet Witch in something I haven't seen?
No, it might be her kid. She had 2 kids. And in the comics, it's been like, oh, these were just Mephisto or something. Some kind of... They're a projection in your head. They're not real. They are real. Like, I don't know.
Because I've heard somebody say, well, there's an evil Doctor Strange in this. So maybe the one in the clothing is like our Wanda, and then the one down here is Scarlet Witch gets brought out or something. It's more evil.
Well, since they teased Patrick Stewart in this, I'm wondering if they're going to invert the House of M story where she's crazy and she's like,
or what if
reality? And so that like Wolverine wakes up and he's like dating Mystique, and then he's like going rogue or something, so trying to apprehend him. Then he like realizes like, oh, Magneto's like the leader of America or the world or some shit, or a big chunk of it. And so then it's like Scarlet Witch has done all this when they're she's going crazy, and I guess she got Hawkeye killed. And so the X-Men Avengers are trying to figure out how to deal with her. So there's pretty much 2 camps of like, even Magneto's like, we should kill her for the good of the world. And then like Captain America stuff like, no, we can't give up.
Yeah.
And so
I've heard some of the story of this. I don't know how much I
then
hear.
the twist at the end is she's like, they break her out of her psychosis and she's like, no more mutants. So that's the start of like this new era of X-Men where it's like there's like 100 X-Men. They've cleared the board of a lot of too many characters.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
And so I feel like maybe they're going to invert the story to bring in the X-Men. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's what I'm expecting to happen.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I think maybe. Do you remember in one of the X-Men movies they had Fassbender had like a daughter?
Yeah.
Did they get killed? I forget.
Yeah, his wife and daughter got killed. And that's what snapped him when he was trying to be good.
But then in the newer ones, he went like Quicksilver has a sister, right?
Oh, that's in the MCU. They know each other, but because
no, that's still the X-Men. That's not the MCU. That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm saying
X-Men
the
can say
X-Men
Quicksilver. MCU, they had to say their names because Fox owned at the time.
No. So
X-Men.
No. So I mean, in the Apocalypse one, was it the Apocalypse one? He had a daughter.
No,
and she got killed. Which one?
Wait, yeah. In like the first half, and he's like living. He's been gone for like 10 years hiding, and after the whole ordeal at DC.
Yeah, but I'm saying that like Quicksilver has a live sister.
I don't think they even mentioned his sister in that.
He literally is like holding on to her.
I don't even remember that. It was so minute in detail.
Yeah, well, she wasn't a main character or nothing. She was just like, oh yeah, she's around, like in the corner or something. Like, I think so. My point was going to be like, what if that's what they do? Like, have that one be? I don't fucking know. Wait, whatever.
That doesn't seem fair.
Well, yeah, you also enslaved a town, you psychotic nut. I don't know. That's in fact, I'm surprised. She should be more punished, honestly. Well, spanking. What the fuck was that? Who dat? Any guesses, Angus?
Oh, that's supposed to be the America Chavez, whatever, the like Latinx or whatever Captain America that they've like new Marvels made.
No, she got the stars on her jacket and stripes. I see. Yep, I think you're right.
Right.
This looked like floaty Dementors.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that supposed to be Zemo?
I have no clue. I assume they're gonna try to have as many fun cameos as they can, though, and I don't know. This right here? Zemo?
Yeah, it looks like Zemo.
I have no idea what this image is supposed to imply. Maybe? It does kind of look like Zemo. Huh. I don't know. All I can say is like the last thing I am is like hyped. I'm just like, it's there. Another trailer. Another thing that's there. It's whatever. Okay, so the next one. Let's see. Which one do you want to see next? The Lord of the Rings one or Jurassic World?
Yeah, let's do something positive. Lord of the Rings before I do goddamn Jurassic World.
You loved the Jurassic World one, I see.
The fucking idea of dinosaurs in the snow for long periods of times is retarded. Even if you give them fucking feathers, they're cold-blooded. This is stupid. Like Jurassic Park universe started with like scientific exaggeration, not just throwing it out the window.
Let's see. Wrong video. Okay, there we go. Almost clicked on the wrong one there. There we go. All right, so Liggity Lord of the Rings, boy. All right, we got it.
Haven't you ever wondered?
I gotta say, I like the shot here of the city. It's nice, but I hate the voice that's talking. Haven't you ever wondered? Just I don't know.
What else is out there?
What else is out there? Yeah, that shot looks cool though. I'll say.
There's wonders in this
Yeah,
world.
these two shots right here look like Lord of the Rings.
These what?
Yeah, these two shots look like could be from Peter Jackson.
Right. I agree.
Wandering.
Wait, what did she just say?
Beyond our wandering.
Have you ever wondered that there's a world beyond our wondering? A weird sentence, and
Yeah, I'm gonna comment. You're kind of neurotic on dialogue sometimes.
a little bit. It's just what you wondered and wondering. I didn't need to say it twice. Kind of redundant word.
Well, no,
But-
it's, one is WOND, other one's WAND, like walking, wandering about.
Still,
No, it definitely sounds repetitive.
yeah. These things look. I think these are new creatures. I don't fucking know.
Well, I thought it was someone that like hunted like the big elk thing that like the elf was riding in The Hobbit, and they.
That could be maybe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. As soon as I saw it, I thought it was guys carrying fucking antlers as trophies.
That'd be cool if that was sort of the thing, or that'd make more sense anyway. This looks like it's all right, I suppose. So from what I'm hearing from people, this is supposed to be before hobbits even exist as well, which I wasn't sure about. I don't really know all the Tolkien lore stuff, so
Yeah, they're just gonna. Yeah, apparently the like pre-hobbits were diverse or some shit, and of course we end up with just white hobbits. So it's like, well, what happened?
yeah, something's gonna happen.
So this is probably where I'll probably like the show, but this is probably going to inject some sort of not so subtle like genocide angle to the colored hobbits.
Yeah, probably, most likely. There's a couple of memes that I saw about that, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this looks like it was straight out of Narnia right here, like the character anyway. I guess it has like that fawn kind of appearance, but not as ugly yet. But I don't know. The way I heard Nerdotic and them talk about it is that this is kind of like a J.J. Abrams style trailer, like Force Awakens, so far. Like that, there's been an awakening. Do you feel it? Like that kind of a vibe. That's like that shot a second ago. That's a good shot, right here.
Yeah,
It's party.
cool.
It's cool.
It's epic.
Now this looks like a cutscene to me from a trailer. Like there's weird. That's the weird thing in the trailer. There's a lot of things that look good, like they look presentably good, but then other shots that look like they're out of a video game to me, like this right here. The way that moved, I don't know. It's like it's video gamey, but yeah, that's Galadriel. A lot of people have thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on?
I'm not a big
Galadriel?
Tolkien guy. Like I like Lord of the Rings. I read the books. I saw people crying about old comments when Lord of the Rings was coming out and things that were going to be cut from the books or something, and they're like, they were not my movies. They cut out Tom Bombadil. It's like, if you read those fucking books, Tom Bombadil is like so out of left field in that, like, you're in the Shire, you're like first 6 of the story, you're in the Shire and building up to leave, and then they start leaving and they fucking get into like Tom Bombadil, and it's like, what the hell is this?
Well, I've heard a lot of people say that it was smart in terms of a movie adaptation to leave him out.
Yes, exactly. You read the book and you're like, thank God they cut that stupid shit out. So what does that do for the story?
And also it's like a nice thing that like at the end they have like the Shire is all still intact and not the whole events of the Shire afterward. That is like, okay, like the Saruman was supposed to go to the Shire and fuck it up and enslave the people, and then the hobbits have to do an uprising with
him and
with our hobbit heroes, and it's like in the movie sense, it's like, no, you already had the huge ultimate climactic battles. Like, we're kind of tired now and ready to go home, like kind of a thing. So they cut that.
That's
out.
The thing is, like, Tolkien wasn't perfect, and you read that, like, dude, George Lucas made Star Wars, but we wouldn't love it if it wasn't for the people that helped edit it, like his wife and. I think Spielberg gave him pointers and shit. Like they.
Well, I'd say it's a little bit different though, in terms of like he mapped out what he wants his world to be, and also wrote stories for the books of them. I don't think he had it in terms of film in mind. It was more of like a written story and just information about the world, essentially.
Oh,
so,
back then,
so in
like,
that sense,
who the fuck would film this?
Well, I know, but that's my point. Is that I don't think it. I don't know how much it was meant to be in film form.
Yeah,
but...
he was writing it before that was ever a legitimate angle to go about. Like, Bambi was a phenomenal hit back then. So, like, that should give you some perspective. Like, the biggest project back then was, like, The Wizard of Oz and 10 Commandments, which, like, 10 Commandments had lots and lots and lots of fucking extras. Huge fucking movie. But it was, you know, it's a big epic, but like that was ridiculous that they even made that movie.
True, but I mean, even though there's things that had to be cut, I think that they still, the way that they like casted people for the roles was like very meticulous, in particular for the look, so that it feels like how he describes as best they can for back then. So where they cut some things, they still stayed as strong as they could. So the reason why I'm saying that is because apparently Galadriel is not supposed to be a warrior, like at all. She's supposed to be like powerful in how we see her, like in the movie in Fellowship of the Ring, essentially. Like people are almost scared of her beauty and other whatever abilities she has. So like seeing her as a warrior is just not what her character is, I guess. But I don't know. And it's also weird because it's a prequel, and I don't know how much they're wanting to take. The way they describe it is that they're making basically Lord of the Rings that they want to make, is apparently like what the like creators have said.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
so like what I'm saying is that this might look, without knowing anything about the like backstory of the character, this might be fine in that sense. But if you know anything about the character, kind of a thing, you know how like you feel about Spider-Man sometimes, like a lot of people feel about Spider-Man, like he has to have Uncle Ben or he has to be poor or something. I assume that's sort of the same comparison, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can see that for people invested, and I'm not invested in Tolkien. Like, it's just so much lore. Like, I try to read some of the other books besides Lord of the Rings, and it's just like such a fucking bore. Like, I'm not into that shit. I appreciate what he did, how he opened the doors for something like Game of Thrones to be a thing, but I feel Game of Thrones is better. Like, it definitely owes so much to Tolkien, but I'd rather have that stuff that's like dirty and gritty and has these nuanced characters that aren't just black and white. You know, there's gray characters, there's moral relativism in the story, you know.
You see, that's actually why I'd say it's good that Game of Thrones exists, so that there can be the Lord of the Rings type, and then there's the Game of Thrones type.
Yeah.
Like, but you don't want. Would you want Game of Thrones to be like more like Lord of the Rings, or would you like it to be more like itself?
Sure.
And same with Lord of the Rings, like, it's, you know.
Yeah, no, like
I can see
get,
that.
like, I'm invested in Star Wars, so I see something that's like clearly not even adhering to the films we've seen. You know, that's where there's a problem. But like, it feels like they're just adding stuff to a film universe and just cherry picking stuff Tolkien made and making a film universe. And it's kind of like MCU. The MCU's taking like a hodgepodge approach of like all these iconic stories, and it's like, let's blend it and give our own little tweaks where it's like a unique comic story on film. And so in that way, it's like if people already read the book and they go see this, like, oh, they're just going to do the fucking book beat by beat. Like, even Peter Jackson tweaked things, you know, and told a slightly different story.
But it wasn't. But I feel like that's a little different case where like Tolkien was alive and could comment on what was there, rather than, you know, he's dead. They're releasing this on his death date. It's kind of, I don't know. There's some things that are kind of
people
like,
say that,
hey,
and
you know,
they act like,
odd.
oh, this is egregious. It's, you know, it's like maybe that is the angle, but I see it as like, oh, he died that day, and it's like, oh, this is like celebrating him.
See, but that's the thing. They're doing. I would agree with that more if they were trying to do more of what he wanted, I guess. But like, they're like, oh, we're gonna do what, you know, and we're just gonna do it better. Essentially, this is the vibe that the article came off as. I don't know if that's
I
meant
agree
it
to
to
that.
come off as either.
And I agree about the whole
So
like fan deriding fans that point all this stuff out.
Yeah.
So they're not doing themselves favors for the inbuilt fandom that could just willingly come into this.
I feel like it was more like on his birth date or something. Like, it'd be like you're celebrating Tolkien and the new thing, as to where remembering him, and you have this new show. It feels like there's a conflict of interest in that type of release date. But regardless, my thing is not knowing that much about the lore either. I feel like, so just from what I've seen from the trailer, it looks like it could be just like a generic type of series, like nothing special, nothing horrible, just, you know, it's one of those shows that's on.
Oh yeah, no,
that's just what I got. That's what I got from
well,
the trailer.
it's a show too, so it's already removed itself from like grandeur in a certain way. Like, if you really want to tell a story, that like, you gotta see it. That's when you put shit in theaters. That's like the whole intent. When it's just a show or a streaming shit movie, it knocks it down a peg.
Yeah, true.
Corona's throwing a loop in that with like the release stuff, like HBO especially, and Disney. It's like some people are scared because of CNN, so let's put it on streaming. But there was stuff meant to, you know, be on.
Yeah. That's our homeboy Elf.
Yeah.
See, like, without knowing, like, if we were to pretend, okay, I don't know, the skin tones of elves or something, that seemed like an elf type of move, I guess, you know, like from what we've seen Legolas be able to do. Catch an arrow, fire it back.
What
was that?
I don't care about elves. They're kind of loosey-goosey with what we've seen in the
apparently
Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. It's like,
yeah,
they're nimble of foot. They got like the eyesight of a fucking eagle. They can hit a wing of a fly mid-flight, blah blah blah. And then like you see the like sliding down a fucking elephant trunk, and Hobbit where he's like running like slow mo on fucking
I feel
falling
like
debris.
I feel
It's
like the
there's no
Hobbit did it.
consistency to the
I was gonna say
elves.
I feel like the Hobbit is, you know, they add more like almost superpower applications to what their abilities are. But like I agree in a way. I think that's kind of how they are. So it's like they're supposed to be able to live for thousands of years. So you have thousands of years and you're a warrior. So like if anybody's gonna be that overpowered, like with stuff, they might not have super strength, but they have like super skill at that point. Like that's why Legolas can do what he does essentially, like in Two Towers and Return of the King and stuff, take down the Oliphant, climb up the thing, and he's light, so you know he can lift himself up easier, essentially, I guess, and you know go
No, like
through
the elephant
on
scene was fine
snow.
until he slid down the trunk, and then
Yeah,
it just was silly. Him skateboarding down the you know, it's like you've seen all these like
well,
elves get slaughtered, where it's like, all right, they're expendable, you know, like they are not.
but I think the point is that not every elf is as skilled as Legolas. Like he was one of the Fellowship because he is one of like the Fellowship was the best of men, dwarves, elves, and all that stuff. Like
Yeah,
that is
even if that's
essentially
the
what
case,
that was.
even
It's
if
like
that's the
there's still a
case,
few
it's like
notches down
you
them.
hear like, oh, the elves are coming. It's like, all right, we got some real firepower, but yeah, at the same time, it's like
They're
they're
just
still
they might as well have been human, essentially.
they still can die, you know.
But isn't
And
that good though? Like that they're not all overpowered then? Like they can
well,
I
I'm
mean
just saying, like
they showed
when
that too in the opening. Like those elves and men had to team up because the enemy's too powerful. They'll all get killed. Like
yeah, no, I like the
yeah.
movies, but I just feel Legolas throws a wrench in everything. Where it's like, oh, look at the tragedy. Even you know, elves suffer with man, but then like, woo, whoopee, pow, pow, pow. You know, it's like, well, what is the rules here?
Well, but I feel like I don't know. I think that people harp on that too much because it's like, yeah, they show him doing. He's not the focus really. If we were to focus more on him, I think, and have different challenges in front of him, I think it would go a little differently. The way they show it in The Hobbit, I agree, is a little like fucking a. He's literally like one-on-one battling a giant orc thing, like, and just like I don't know that was a little odd. But like the first troll they face in the Fellowship, like that took all of them doing a whole bunch of work to take that one troll down. Like that took all of
No,
them a
yeah, that's what I'm
combined
saying. Like
effort to
even
do
in the
that, and
trilogy,
then like
it escalates to like
yeah.
ridiculousness, where it's like, come on.
But I'm just saying, like I feel like him specifically, like if they were to have a story to like challenge him, I think that they could, but it's just he's not the main focus of all this stuff. Even in a way, Gimli and it gets a little bit more characterization. Legolas is just kind of around to deliver mystical type of oh, that's a red sun tonight, blood, and I can see far away, and stuff like that. Like that's essentially his job in the thing, I guess. He's probably the least characterized of the whole group, I think.
I just think
So.
he's a bad point in a good series of movies. He like knocks it down a peg. It's like Superman on your team.
Possibly, but it's like, would you feel that like if the orcs overran, like in the Two Towers, like, oh yeah, he'd be fine, or do you think he'd get killed?
No, he'd be fine. He's got plot. He's got plot armor because he's the main character, but it just
no, but I
it
mean,
doesn't feel.
no, but
He doesn't even
minus,
feel. He doesn't feel like he's of the same race.
Like I'm saying, minus the reinforcements they get from Gandalf. Say that doesn't show up. Do you think he would have lived?
Probably. He probably would have.
Like I don't see how you'd, based on what they show, I don't see how that's what you'd get from that, because like he I know that in those situations, but then no, like they're pretty much all gonna die there. Like that's what that was. Even Aragorn, who's one of the most main characters, was going to essentially die. But they got lucky because well, not lucky, but Gandalf kind of planned to arrive around that time, I guess. With reinforcements, that's a little iffy.
It's like I'm gonna. Yeah, well, that's the thing is even Gandalf feels like a fucking wizard. Feels more
capable of being killed than Legolas.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, all right,
I can agree with you. I can agree with you there.
This is the God mode. Like he's like supreme. And
see,
only like Galadriel should maybe be more powerful than Gandalf, but it's like I feel Galadriel will be more.
Okay, so I agree with you in terms of like I felt like Gandalf could be killed at any time. As to where Legolas would probably like kind of he's like a Jedi kind of like he can sense shit as it happens and respond quickly, like react quicker than Gandalf would, and it's like, man, okay. In that terms, yeah, that is quite OP a little bit. Like,
Yeah, and he's
he
just he's not consistent. And then the Hobbit just makes it even worse for him. And me watching him, I'm like, God. Like,
but that's one thing. When you said that, though, I mean, that highlights to me why I like Gandalf so much. Like, because he feels like he could be killed. Like in Return of the King, when they're invading the tower and everything, and he's trying to get he's trying to protect Pippin real quick. Like he has his back turned for a moment, and then Orc almost gets the drop on him, and you feel like, okay, he could have just died right there. Like, just an Orc killed one of our best guys right there. And like they had the Witch King, kind of fuck him up a little in the extended edition. Something
so just when you see that, and then you see him take out the elephant by himself, the whole crew on top, and then you go back and watch Two Towers, it doesn't feel like the same species at all.
Like, okay, the way
totally outside.
You're right. You're right. And with the elephant scene, I wish that they had it be more of a combined effort between Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas taking it down. I believe that a little bit more, like in some way, shape, or form. Like, I don't know what they do. Mostly because like Aragorn has a special sword too. That would have been, something. But anyway, continue on. I don't know who that other dude's supposed to be. Right here, is that her brother or something, or husband? I don't remember. And then she's warrior mode. Still, that's another giant.
That looks pretty cool.
Troll thing.
Overly CGI, where it's like, oh, obviously, not real, but
that's something that is interesting about The Hobbit. Apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently in The Hobbit, you know how it looks like there's so much CGI?
Mm-hmm.
They actually used lots of practical, especially like even the goblin thing when they're underground and stuff. A lot of that is practical effects, but they have like CGI overlays over the real things, and it looks fake as hell. But there's real things there, practical effects, but they like layered it with CGI, and it just appeared more fake.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Hobbit films more than the book. You read Lord of the Rings and you read the Hobbit, and it's like totally different.
Right.
The tone is.
Like,
he wrote the Hobbit for his kids, and then he's like, "Oh, let me keep telling the story."
Like, my kids will grow up at some point. Hey, I like this one.
Yeah, it feels so disjointed. Oh yeah, this is technically the same world, but you don't feel it at all, and that's why it translates like that into the movie, because you're telling two different tones. It's like, this is part of the Lord of the Rings universe, but then also this is written for kids.
Yeah. So right here.
Oh, we got our Negro dwarf spirituals going on.
Before that, so I'm kind of confused. Some people are saying, I don't know if this is the same character. I don't think this is. Never mind. I don't think they show Elrond in the trailer.
You got a bot in the chat you need to destroy.
Oh, another one? Fucking A.
Love face online strips without clothing.
Oh, this one again? Jesus. I already blocked this one yesterday. Thank you, Bone, for telling me that. Thank you. Oh, boy.
George Lucas likes CGI.
I like CGI. Yes, you do, George Lucas.
I like CGI too.
Don't you change, George Lucas. That's fine. That's fine. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know. This guy isn't Elrond, but there's another character. You've seen one of the images, right? Of like what they say Elrond is and how he looks soy boy compared to Elrond and Lord of the Rings or something. Like, I don't know his backstory at all, other than he lives for a really long time and he's like the head elf
in Rivendell.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Apparently he's half man. I had no idea Elrond was supposed to be half man.
I had no idea either. I thought he's full elf. I thought that's why he kind of was more wary of man in general. Like, he's a full elf and everything. I don't know. I didn't know that. But yeah, here's our beard. It was funny. Most people, the skin is one thing, but like people are more mad she doesn't have a beard. Like, they implied that dwarf women all have beards. But I don't know.
I mean, you got all these TikTok freaks. You couldn't cast one with a beard?
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird, right? But they want her to look, I was going to say gorgeous, but I don't know if that's really what they're going for. Of course,
not only do they have to POC in this world that was made for white English people to have a myth, but then they have to make the POC a fat bitch too, of course, for body positivity or whatever.
Yeah. See, like the black elf, I'm more okay with the black elf, I guess. Like, maybe an elf had a bad night with somebody else. And some
But
dude,
then
I don't
again,
know.
she's supposed to be a dwarf, so it's like, well, I guess they'd probably be pudgy.
But it's like, yeah, but a dwarf, and it's also they're subterranean usually. They're like building mines and stuff. Like,
you think the
would they
women are
be
making the mines?
that's not. She's supposed to be a prince. Like the idea to me. I don't know if in the lore there's like a queen or princess dwarf, but it's like I kind of wouldn't think there would be. It'd just be there's a bunch of dwarves. I don't know. Like it's hard. I don't really get what their leadership would be. I don't know.
Well,
if
I
I'd
mean,
see
they had
them
a
as
king. The king under the mountain. So
I guess I don't know. It just.
But yeah,
It
no,
seems
they
like
never
a-
showed the queen, as far as I remember. It's just a bunch of dudes digging mines.
Pretty much, which I don't know. I don't have much else to comment on it. I guess we'll have to see what the heck they do. Yeah, I heard some people also didn't like how this is supposed to be Galadriel, and like somebody touched her hair, and like that in the Fellowship, she would have probably killed them if they touched her hair just without consent or something. But I don't know.
They're gonna be naked.
This is literally a naked shot right here. so whoa.
Yeah, everyone's freaking out. Oh, they're gonna have nudity. It's Game of Thrones, Lord, and it's gonna be like a naked dwarf or something.
I mean, all I'm saying is like, at least based on this, there's some scenes that make sense if your clothes happen to be missing. I guess I don't know. Yeah, dwarf smashed a stone, and dude jumped in the air, and I don't know. With that, and there's a huge giant-looking thing or something.
Holding someone's hand,
Or
a hobbit,
maybe
a pre-hobbit.
Maybe, baby. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That just kind of looks mundane to me.
That looks good to me. I'll watch
There's
it.
little bits like I want to know the actress. I gotta look her up. The actress is playing as Galadriel because she does look cool as a warrior person. This actress, it's like a neat little thing. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess when there's a longer trailer, we'll see. We'll have more to break down. I don't know. Are you ready?
Her name is Morfydd Clark.
That's a Morfydd Clark.
Yeah, it sounds like a disease.
I was about to say that it's not a very attractive name, but
It's probably like Swedish or New Zealander or something.
Morfydd Clark. No,
she looks like just like you'd think of like a ancient princess, where it's like she's kind of naturally pretty, but today's standard, like, oh, you need some makeup, lady. She has that kind of beauty to her, just natural, not bimbo slut hot Kim Kardashian, but like just beautiful.
Yeah. What does it even mean? Lovelace XYZ online strips without clothing. How do you strip without clothing?
I think you're saying like I strip, like I remove my clothes. It's probably some Russian or fucking Thai, or it's probably some guy, some street shitter in India saying like Bob's and Vagines.
He's like, all Fandom Corrective is live again. Got to go put in my sex bot into the chat. probably one click. I don't know.
That'd be funny. We're banning people that are actually real, and like this is like their side.
They're like, what the hell? I was watching you guys.
Yeah.
Fans, what the hell?
Fandom Collective blocked me.
And,
I will leave bad review on Yelp.
I was on the wrong account. Fuck, I didn't mean. See, writing down on Yelp, the rookie critic and Brack Angus, they are bad people. They don't like me.
They
Ban
hate
me in
brown
chat.
people.
All I did was say I strip you. Hello, and be funny as shit. Okay. So that's our favorite one. We saved our favorite one for last, guys.
Yeah, I instantly saw 20 seconds of some like, this is gonna suck.
Yeah. Bone says, I reported the bots, but Lucas is cool. Hell yeah. Lucas is always welcome, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, so, okay. I'm not sure. Based on the trailer, I don't know if this is supposed to be like extended cold period of time over the planet, or they're just in a cold area.
They're in like Montana or
briefly,
some shit.
like a season. Like a season, and it's cold a little, but it's not like deadly cold.
Well, I'm pretty sure they came into like California or something.
I don't know.
Well, in Jurassic World 2.
I
This is the
don't
thing
remember.
too. Like in Jurassic Park, and I can't remember Lost World or Jurassic Park 3, but in the first one, they had the right amount of sentience to these characters, to these creatures, to characterize them. Where it's like, all right, they're learning, they're smart, they're still fucking just bloodthirsty animals trying to
Still a
eat.
dumb animal, but like, yo, the right opportunity presents itself.
Yeah,
man,
it's
no,
like
it
they
can do
figure out
something.
like, oh, let me press this door handle. Oh, okay, so that's how I can get in. You know, so then like that probably is going to register because they're a smart predator. So that kind of thing. It's like you teach a cat. You know, a cat figures out a door handle. Okay, not out of the realm of possibility. But they're not like figuring out like, oh, let me open the fridge and look. Let me open the oven and look.
You're
Like,
pointing a gun at me that will kill me. I must kill the gun. It's just,
yeah, like
I'm
they
gonna sneak up on you. Fuck it. You're
yeah,
trying
like
to,
especially if
you're
they're
staring
getting
at me.
guarded or getting like electrocuted, they probably figure out, like, ow, like I'm gonna.
Well, they even say
disarm you.
that that's the first thing you learn in the Jurassic Park. Like they're trying to feed the raptors, and they're like, well, why do you have that crane there? Why are you learning it in like that? Well, we used to try to feed them from the side of the cage, but they realized every time we do that they attack our guys that are trying to feed them. So, like, it's too dangerous. You lose an arm every time they try to get fed, they'll attack you. So
And
we
then
got to do it this way.
Well, the thing too is that Jurassic World, the whole thing was like, we're going to retcon 2 and 3, and this is going to be fluid, just like Halloween's retconning 2 through 5 or whatever, the Halloweens.
Yeah,
and it's streamlining with the first Halloween. And it's like, well, they did it bad, so we're going to do it better. And they just do the same dumber shit where it's like, hey, let's get a sniper to point a laser at the target that the dinosaur kills. And it's like, you'd save a lot of money and possible like friendly fire by your men getting killed by this dinosaur, hauling it to whatever place to kill targets, if you just drop the sniper in with a gun under the laser to shoot the guy that he's already pointing at covertly.
No. We have to get an animal that we have to feed that can almost kill us. We have to keep alive. We have to transport it.
See,
this is the problem. We got to set it up, and it's going to make a lot of noise. It's going to be loud.
Yeah, when people talk about the Dark Knight ruined cinema, it's shit like this.
And what if the enemy has a gun? It's going to kill the raptor.
Yeah, it's like this is the shit where it's like the Dark Knight effect has permeated, where it's like, oh, it's like let's try to make this shit more realistic.
Yeah,
and we already like suspend our belief and enjoy this stuff, and so it's like, oh, we gotta have a reason for like making dinosaurs. The military wants them. It's like, well, why do they want them? It's like so they can kill people.
They showed in the same movie. They showed in the Jurassic World 2. Like, one of the soldiers shot Blue and almost killed it with like one shot. It was almost dead in one shot. Why the fuck would you want these as like your weapons?
Yeah, you're spending millions to clone and house this shit and transport it when you could just have guns. Like
you already skip all the dino crap and just use weapons. What are you talking about?
I mean, they're not even doing like making some ridiculous like comic story where it's like, hey, let's clone dinosaurs and figure out how to like add the prime genetics to like
you can transform into a dinosaur like a werewolf. You're like a weresaur or some shit.
Like that would make more sense. Where it's like, think of like Ant-Man, where it's like, we want to use this tech for military application, so we can like sneak in soldiers covertly. We can send a whole fucking army in a briefcase. Like, okay, that kind of makes sense.
Yes.
This is stupid as fuck. We already got a Velociraptor. Let's make a bigger Velociraptor for covert missions.
Well, it's like they said, like rats and elephants were used. But honestly, I actually want to look at what the elephants were used for, because I'm like, well, yeah, but they probably didn't have guns to shoot them with. But I can just shoot the elephant now.
You're talking about like Carthage.
Your thing is dead now. So what is that now? Like,
or
you're dead.
Like when they used elephants in warfare, they fought with spears and shields. And so like you watch Alexander, or you think about like Carthaginian.
Well, and they put armor on. They put armor on them, right? Like they're more protected. So it's like, that was a little different. This is like, they shoot it. It's dead. Like now it's dead.
Giant behemoths that you could just blow through someone's lines, because this is like so much effort's got to put in just to take that one thing out, and then you still got other men alongside it. But as a downfall, because you make that elephant crazy enough and scared for its life, it starts killing your own guys.
It could not take out a whole bunch of your own faction.
Yeah, so
and
it was
you got to
like a
keep it
double-edged
fed
sword.
too. You got to keep it fed and drank and everything, and give it rest. Like,
Yeah,
it's
there
still
was
a lot of
I'm
maintenance.
pretty sure
a lot of
they
maintenance.
lost. Pretty sure because Carthage didn't have any boats to adequately directly attack Rome through the sea, so they marched across like Spain and then into, I think, the Andes. Is that the mountain range? I think the Andes is like Chile or something. The Alps. I think they had to cross into the Alps. So these fucking like African warriors with no clothing adequate had to walk into the fucking freezing Alps. So they lost all their goddamn elephants and they're walking through mud in the mountains. Treacherous. So much of the army was decimated just on the trip to get to Rome.
Yeah. So
So
right
like,
away, these dinosaurs are kind of stupid to have as weapons. Like,
yeah. Also, dinosaurs lived with a high carbon environment that like held the heat on the planet. There's a reason they lived, because there was plants big enough to feed them, and thus there's enough big animals to feed these big predators. We're in a world now after the Ice Age where shit got smaller. This makes no sense. Like, there's no effort put in scientifically to make this plausible. This is what irritates me when you do
I know,
snow.
same here. Like, I would have. This concept is nice, but they just they don't know how to do any of it to make it pleasing. This is what I hate too. It's like, it's a movie. Shut up. It's like, no. It's easier to digest if you make something make fucking sense. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like when you watch the old 50s, 60s dinosaur movies, it was like 10 million BC. It's like, all right, we're in like ancient nowhere, and men are having to live among dinosaurs. It's pretty damn simple. It's not hard to digest, and it's a stupid movie, but it's more believable than this stuff with all the hundreds of millions.
It is retarded, but you're right. It makes more sense than this. It's less retarded than this. Like, that's insulting. Holy shit. Oh, let's start. Let's just get this fucking going. So these Jurassic whatchamacallums are being rounded up by them cowboys. Woo! Gonna get some meat. I bet they think he looks so fucking cool.
It's probably not even a real horse he's on.
Nah, that didn't look very real.
That close up, that's not a real close up. That's a green screen.
Yeah. It's weird how sometimes green screens can look very effective and then at the same time look cheap as hell. Like, when you notice it, it's like, oh. Yeah, he's taming them. He's a nice one. Even though he's probably going to kill this thing.
That's a good looking shot. That's convincing.
Yes. I could see, like, he's like, yeah, I'm all nice to you. I'm also going to eat you for dinner, though. I don't know.
It was real.
Or is he making pets? I don't know. See, based on his look, this has got to be less than, like, just a few years after they were released.
I don't even get what the point of this shit is, because
so confused.
They were fighting to not have the dinosaurs go extinct when the volcano is going to erupt on the island and decimate them. It's like, well, we're extinct already, and you brought them back, and now you have a way to clean slate this fucking mess that's killed how many people?
Well, that was the thing. And then the clone, are they gonna forget about the clone child? the clone child.
Like, I'm a clone, and they're clones, so they deserve to live like I do. And it's like, these are fucking monsters that were already extinct. You were a clone of someone who was already alive. There's kind of a big difference, even though it's big ethical, like, whoa, you're crossing the line.
Well, and clone of a little girl, clone of a little girl rather than like a T-Rex. This is a big difference. Big difference. Okay, I gotta say this. I am tired of these shots of these fucking giant ones, of these long neck fuckers, and it's always like, oh, look at it. It's like whenever the camera's on them here, like the long neck ones, it always is almost as if it's telling us, look at it, isn't it cool? It's just like, I don't get that feeling anymore.
I look at this and it's like, I'm trying to buy this. I'm like, God, this thing is probably barely alive with the fucking snow.
Yeah, like I don't get what they want us to feel. They want us to feel awe or sorrow.
That's the clone girl.
I don't. Oh, that's the bitch. Oh, fuck. Kill her. Kill this bitch. She caused.
Point your laser and have your Velociraptor take her out.
She caused the world's end. Like, I wonder if they go, oh yeah, like 4 billion people have been killed in the last 3 years.
Yeah, they released it in
thanks to
fucking
this
California
woman.
at auction. They let a goddamn Carnotaur and all sorts of shit out. Things that are just gonna, because Blue's out there, and like they last shot, it's like looking out the wild into like a city. And it's like, oh yeah, because like I'm gonna be outside grilling by my pool, and fuck, there's a Velociraptor.
Well, they had a T-Rex barge into the zoo. Like, fuck.
See and touch.
Look, this type of shot here. It's like the way they present it is like, isn't it cool? We've got a Brontosaurus, whatever the fuck, and I'm just like, I don't
It's
care
probably
anymore.
an Apatosaurus, you fucking retard.
This was cool in Jurassic Park 1. They tried to make it seem cool in Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2.
This is animal cruelty.
I don't care about this thing anymore.
Put it out of its misery. It's suffering in the snow.
It literally cried. It was like, kill me. It's like, there's no plants. Yeah. The trees are all fucked up.
It's winter. I have no grass or leaves to eat, you fucks.
I forgot to hibernate. Give me some of your give me some of your vegan food. What's that like? Or something. Huh.
Creation.
Look, it's baby Blue's Clues. Beep, 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 beep. They could totally do that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is an act of sheer
The idea of it.
will.
I think
teaching
I
its
just-
baby.
I just thought of Blue's Clues though. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh, they're looking for clues. Blue's
No, I think
Clues.
that's an element I've never really thought of with dinosaurs. Of like, they're all probably pretty dumb and just instinctual and out of the egg already figuring stuff out, like turtles and the alligators and stuff. But you think of like velociraptors are pack animals more than likely. So kind of like wolves, like man, they're training like the adolescents. Like, that's a cool little element.
I agree. It's like, you gotta train them like a dog.
Life will find a way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, making the amber universal.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. Cool little things amongst a pile of shit. It's possible. It's not impossible.
I do like what Bone said. Maybe they're genetically enhanced to survive, but it's like they were making these on an island with no plan to put them in the cold. So,
Yeah, I don't know why they'd want to be. We also have a cold season in our controlled environment. Like, why would they do that?
it's like, oh yeah, we've genetically engineered them to survive around the globe. Why?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. Here we go.
We can't keep her here forever.
Hold on. When they said we can't keep her here forever, I feel like they're assuming that we're supposed to think they mean Blue.
No,
I'm going, get rid of this clone bitch. Like, that's my thought. It's like, we can't
You don't
keep
have
her
a
here
social
forever.
security number. You do not exist.
We can't keep her here forever. Yeah,
Get
get
out
rid of
of
the
here.
clone bitch. Yes. Fuck. And then he says,
They find her. We're never going to see her again. We got to protect her.
they find her. We'll never see her again. We've got to protect her. So this is implying that I assume the fucking government is still trying to use specifically Blue to be a weapon. Is that what you think too? Like,
They're
he
setting
says,
it up where you're thinking it's Blue, but it's going to be about the clone.
still. So
We can't keep her here forever.
They find her. We're never going to see her again. We got to protect
oh yeah, repopulate the planet. Oh yeah, you're probably right. Probably because they probably caused the deaths of 5 billion people. They're trying to get some back, a little maybe. Clone. If you have a successful clone, why not?
her. That's our job.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist.
I wonder how many times they're gonna show this fucking.
Mosasaur.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems to always show up. It's always around. It's like
Well, it's like you see this,
It's
and it's
like
like-
the plot dinosaur. It's just like, it showed up again, and showed up again, and showed up again. It's like, fucking really.
Yeah, what Jurassic? Yeah, in Jurassic World, it was so obvious when they were by the pool. Like, oh yeah, the fucking Mosasaur is going to save the day because it's kicking the T-Rex's ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you know, the Mosasaur? And then number 2, it's like, You forgot the mosasaur.
Well, it's like no, the mosasaur, like, you know, stopped the guys from escaping or something, it bit the last guy, and then I think it came into play again later at some point, or was like in the sea. I don't remember. It's like whatever. Fucking.
I don't get the angle at all because it's like we need to save these animals, and it's like they were already extinct, and you see the havoc they can cause on just people trying to fucking fish, like.
Well, it's like, and with this one specifically, when it was captured, how did it live when it was abandoned?
Oh, all the fish in the tank, duh.
Okay. Yep.
It lived on plankton.
It just it filter feeded, right?
The thing that they showed off eating one of the biggest ferocious predators in the ocean, and it eats it for a snack. And yeah, so the thing it just lived in this fucking pen when it got abandoned.
Yeah, sure. Yep. What was the name of the big T-Rex in the Jurassic World one?
Indominus Rex.
Oh yeah, I was like, what the fuck was this name? Tyrannotron
like
or something?
T-Rex, Velociraptor, Allosaur hybrid. Because it had three fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And elongated arms. So
Indominus Rex. And okay.
We created an ecological disaster.
Eat the kid. Okay. But why do they always have kids stare at death? Essentially, just yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna move. Just in general.
Okay, so the Indominus Rex was a hybrid of T-Rex, Velociraptor, Carnotaurus, Gigantosaurus.
Gigantosaurus. Shut
Yeah,
up.
that's a real dinosaur.
That's just a funny name, Gigantosaurus.
Well, it's like they already had Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's like, fuck, how do we top? We found something bigger. Fuck, we already got like the king of the dinosaurs.
The Mega Ultra Rex.
Gigantosaurus, Majungasaurus, Rugops, Pycnonomosaurus, Scorpios Rex, Quilmosaurus, Via Venator, Therizinosaurus.
Okay, I've lost interest in
Deinosuchus.
I've lost interest in
Tree
hearing the
frog
rest of this
and pit
out.
viper.
Oh my god!
You get a cocktail known as the Indominus Rex.
Fascinating.
An ecological disaster.
So what I was saying, I am annoyed that they always have like kids just stare at stuff.
I'm annoyed they don't kill kids in these movies.
Yeah, there's that. That's kind of what I mean too. It's like, so the T-Rex busts the party at this drive-in theater. It's like, "Arr!" And then the kid's just standing there like, I'm just looking at you. I'm not going to move though. It just kind of annoys me the more I see it. And yeah, and the fact that they don't usually die whenever that happens is annoying. Oh, Holdo's here. Great. Fun.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out.
Now, a lot of people, I'll get to it in a second. I guess I'll let this play for a few seconds.
Not all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
Like, I know they think this is epic for some reason. I'm not getting any, like, oh boy, wow, they're back. Like, are you getting any of that? Like,
no, I see it as just soulless cash grab. We have no ideas. Let's fucking dig up these fossils, ironically, for this film.
The cameos to try to save their last attempt at saving their franchise or ending it or whatever.
Yeah, remember they did the whole after Jurassic World 2, they had that whole like black girl save the camp from a dinosaur short.
Oh yeah.
Awful.
With the crossbow. Yeah. That was silly as fuck. I didn't know, was that just a short film or a real clip from the movie? Because that's retarded.
That they made. And it's like, what is this?
Yeah, I don't know. I have comments on this more in a second, so I'll let it get us there in a sec.
What's this big Chungosaurus Rex?
The Chungosaurus? Oh, more bots. Got a lot of bots tonight.
What
Showing
the hell? I
us
come to watch Fandom Collective. I get banned.
what the watch? We're big fans of Collective. We try to trade off. We share one computer. I log on, and then it blocks me too. Fuck.
Dimitri logged into bots.
It's some weird thing. I feel like this creature is going to be in it more often. You know
Yeah.
how they always have like a stalker dinosaur? I feel like it's going to be the stalker
This
dinosaur.
is the probably what Archaeopteryx, however you say that name.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
a cool dinosaur, but it's
They showed
actually like,
this
really
in-
small.
See, they showed this in the snow and here, which I'm going to laugh at.
This makes more sense that it could maybe plausibly live in the snow or the forests of
Yeah, it's
like
got like feathers and stuff.
the
So
northwest.
it's
Like it could hold some warmth to it.
yes.
But birds live in the tropics mostly, so that still doesn't really add up mostly.
Yeah.
We're racing time.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat you, redhead bitch. Kill her.
The
Kill her
extinction of
now.
our species.
I feel like that's kind of dumb if it sees her go into the water and then it just goes, breeds on the water. And they're gonna probably act like it doesn't know that she's there or something. I don't know.
We not only lack dominion over nature,
Asian guy, the Wu Tang clan. What's his name?
BD Wong.
His name is Wong too. That's funny. Two Wongs don't make a white. It's like a Doctor Strange. There's two Wongs. Two Wongs don't make it white. It's gonna be all white, Mr. Wong.
I was wondering if you're going to tie it all together.
I'm sorry. It's funny. He's like, I'm samurai now. Fuck you. I don't know. They're probably still gonna blame him for everything, even though it's that clone bitch's fault. Oh, he's probably trying to get the clone bitch.
He was
Yeah, kill her. Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm rooting for him now. If that's the case. What do you think?
No, it's gonna be Stu. He's just gonna be working for the military.
That'd be so lame. That'd be cool if he was on like a personal mission to get the chick to clone to save humanity or something. I don't know. That'd be something different.
we're subordinate to it.
I bet they think that just so cool. The raptor's gonna jump from rooftop to the next rooftop, and it's like, whoa. And okay, what do you think about this now? This shot here.
Is this supposed to be the aviary at the Jurassic World?
I was under the implication, or at least based on what a few other people said, was that this is supposed to be like a haven, like a safeguarded, gated humanity point or something. Like keep dinos out. I don't know. Like, you know, and like in all post-apocalyptic things, there's like a little area of quote unquote safety until it gets destroyed.
Right, so they made 50 dinosaurs. Now the world's decimated.
I'm so confused too. There was only like less than a dozen. There's like not that many dinosaurs.
They were getting
that they
wiped out
captured.
with the volcano erupting.
They only had like less than 50. They had like 20, and somehow they all take over the world. And this is the thing too. What I was saying earlier. This is like not even like 5 years. I think like this isn't even 5 years later. This is like less than 3 or 4. Like, and how is it so widespread and fucking A. You see, that thing at least looks cool, but I think this is a hilarious shot to me.
Oh, great. You made it political.
I was gonna say more with the weapons they're holding make it funny. It's like you see that huge creature. She's got a little taser thing or something, and he's got a little tiny knife, little knife. And it's just like, oh, we're gonna fight you. I could see them making a video game with this scene in mind. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna have our two players are gonna fight this boss here or something. Like,
Dude, if they made a
I got.
game like, did you ever play the King Kong game?
No,
All right, so I mean, it was a dumb movie game.
I mean I
so-
played Rampage like way before Rampage was a movie. You know,
but yeah, you're in Peter Jackson's King Kong, and it's like an extended movie experience, and you're like living through like these fucking things attacking you, all these bugs and shit. It's pretty creepy. So yeah, if they could do something like that with the Jurassic World game, like that'd be cool, like survival Jurassic World game. Oh yeah.
yeah, like this concept would work for a game, not for a movie, really. It's kind of how I feel, sort of.
Yeah.
Of course, they could do better, but
That's the thing is like they own this IP. They're a mega company, so they got to churn out stuff if they want to keep the film rights extended.
Yeah. But I do like that creature. It's not a huge fucker. It's not a raptor. It's not a classic one anyway. Whatever. So I do like that. You know.
Well, it's like they're finally doing feathered shit. Apparently, the paleontologists that have worked with Jurassic World universe, they've always been like, yeah, make it more colorful. Give it some feathers.
The way some people write it, the way some people write it off though, is that because of the frog DNA, they weren't bred with feathers. They were more froggy or whatever. Like, I don't fucking know.
Well, they're real fucking dinosaurs in this world.
Shut up, Angus.
So
Shut up.
frogs are
Stop
very
ruining
colorful.
the movie.
Frogs are very colorful across the globe, so it's not ridiculous.
Stop ruining the movie, Angus. I'm gonna fart.
I love when people cry about like Mauler and stuff, where it's like your criticism ruined the movie for me, and so they hate that. And it's like, well, I'm not sorry.
They pointed out a reality. Sorry,
it's like I'm not sorry that now that you have thought about it, you can't enjoy it because you realize how stupid a movie is.
I know.
You should be sad that you were too dumb to realize it for the first time.
That's what's funny. It's like they're pointing out reality here. That's and you're like,
yeah,
oh
within,
no,
within whatever fiction we're
gone.
watching. Yeah, people are so insulated now and so fucking soft because of like growing up for 20 plus years on Disney shit that they're in this like bubble of like, let me escape reality. This is my happy place. And,
even though they want their reality to represent the world for some fucking reason.
Yeah, they want all this fiction full of agenda. Like real world fucking complex ideas of indoctrination for one side. And that's just for kids. You know, it's a cop out when you're not saying the right stuff.
Yeah. And honestly, with what's her face here, I can't see her as like the Jurassic Park chick. I just see her as Holdo now.
Yeah, and
Darren
if anything,
whatever.
she was just the stupid plant lady.
Well, honestly, she wasn't that relevant to me in the main story. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
The guy that was just kind of a big picture an analyst, you know, in Goldblum. That was his role. Like, he was more interesting than the expert on like fauna of the ancient world.
She was able to determine that the Triceratops ate poop, or it pooped out stuff. It ate plants and poop. I don't know. Made it sick. And then we get a bird's shot. They won't kill these kids because they don't have the balls. But, you know, I'd give them a little more props if they did kill them. But they won't.
Come back.
I always come back.
A motorcycle chase scene with raptors. Fuck yeah, boy. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh my god. You know they
so inspired.
You know they think that people are like just cooming in their pants when they see this. When it's just like most people are just going, oh, raptor, he's seen motorcycle, whatever the fuck, whatever. Yeah. They just ran into each other. Oh, and then there's T-Rexes over here. Okay.
T-Rex and
I don't. This is one thing that always pisses me off with T-Rex that they always show. The T-Rexes will like chase after and like spend a lot of energy and time chasing after essentially like less than a squirrel. You know, when it's like there's other game around, it's like more like a dog or a deer. You know, like you have better chances getting a more satisfying meal out of a bigger thing, but they go for like the crumbs, the little ones. The humans. Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't think they try that hard to get at this. You know? Like
a raptor, sure, but a T-Rex would probably go for
a raptor, exactly.
Or something.
A T-Rex probably would see a lot of human-y things and just kind of just move around them. Like, get out of my way.
Oh, yeah, I think, too, it's so big. It's like, is it worth expending my energy?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm not going to try that hard unless it can just like, oh, you're not moving. I'm putting my mouth around you, and I eat you.
Like think about like sweet. An alligator, and you know they're aquatic based, but they don't really chase shit down. They fucking wait for it to come to them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they try that hard to chase you. Maybe a little bit, but
Like,
Not really.
well, you look at crocodiles. Crocodiles, they sit there and wait, and they pretend they're rocks, and they sneak up, and then they like get
They
a
kinda
clamp on your
ambush.
head or on your leg. They don't like chase anything down. They
Or
fucking
like
sneak
they
up.
or like they ambush like drinking animals or something. Like they'll approach them slowly under the water and then, pounce, right there or something. But again, that is a form of waiting for them to come to you still into the pond. Yeah, so that's what I feel. That's what I get annoyed about with the T-Rexes. They're always like trying so fucking hard to get these little tiny things that probably is like the equivalent of eating a Cheeto, It's just like, oh, thanks, I guess that tasted like something. And especially if they eat human food, like that are wearing clothes and shoes and stuff, like you think they go, ew, trying to cough it up or something because the shoelace is gross. I don't know.
I was thinking we gotta watch. You ever seen Land of the Lost?
No,
We gotta watch.
I've probably seen parts of it though. It's got Will
It's
Ferrell in it or
ridiculous.
something.
It's ridiculous. I don't know what the old show is like, so I'm sure like the cult following of the show probably hate the movie because it doesn't do enough of the show, or I don't know. But it's a stupid fantasy comedy with this kind of Jurassic World kind of aspect. It's like they're in like this like catch-all, kind of like Loki or something. Like they're at the end of time, so it's like this catch-all random things at the end of time, all hodgepodged. Where it's like, oh, there's a fucking dinosaur, and then like, oh, there's a goddamn Apollo 13, and there's a Viking ship. It's just they're in this weird crossing of times or something, and they're trying to figure out how to like get out of it. and there's like this sentient like lizard people, and yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's got its funny moments in it where it's like,
And look at this. Oh, the raptor's gonna pounce on Chris Pratt, and they're gonna have a fist fight. No.
That's another plane, right?
Yeah, they like to just fly right over you. Of course.
oh god, they're gonna have the raptor
Not
actually
exactly.
fly with its feathers.
No, it's a pterodactyl, but you haven't seen this far into the trailer, have you?
I don't think so.
Oh no,
You got too political for me.
It's a pterodactyl that just chews out the
pterodon.
engines.
Okay.
I do find it weird though that it like just chews out those specific pieces and then flies off. It's like I know that it's a flying object in the sky as well, but it's also twice as big as it, if not bigger, and loud, and like it's not food, obviously, right? Like you'd think it would stay away from. You think it'd stay away from the plane, unless it's in a huge pack, maybe. But even then, it's like I don't know if you'd bother. With
Also,
it.
look at the scene where we're in the fucking like Rocky Mountains. All right, so
Yeah.
like the higher you are, it gets colder. Well, think about being high over mountains with snow peaks, and you're a goddamn dinosaur. It's cold blooded.
Well, and honestly, how much food is up there? Like, you probably have a better chance going lower, right? Like, it flies, but it doesn't mean that they'd be high up all the time.
Yeah, that's the problem when like you do like this will look cool, and it's like, but it doesn't make sense. Oh no, I want to see the pitch meeting after this movie comes out.
I wonder. Yeah, he'll probably do all right with it. Who knows? But
Wait, yeah, we should look at the pitch meeting for Jurassic World 2.
Okay,
I'm gonna find that real quick while you keep playing.
Yeah, they show a little fighty there, and a little baby raptor's got a little kill. Oh, but it's a trap, so they're trying to catch the little raptor. Oh, you're right, they're trying to catch the clone girl. Look.
Wait, hold on. Let me get back to StreamYard. Where is the one? Okay. Yep.
They got her in a cage.
Maybe that's what the mosasaur ate on the boat.
I wish. Oh, that'd be tight. Fuck yeah, kill that bitch. You'd actually get me to like the mosasaur for a sec.
I mean, the mosasaur's already cool, but
but like, so they showed us a second ago. They just showed a bait trap for the little baby blue, and then they also showed her right here, right now. And it's like, okay, they're not. They're probably trying to do both, though. To be honest, they're trying to get her for human cloning, and they're also trying to get blue for military shit. I guarantee you, they're doing both. They're that dumb.
yeah, I could see like military funding, and Trump's trying to figure out where he can cut shit or re-allot those taxes for like corona relief. It's like, what? We're funding fucking dinosaurs. What? Like for what? It's like, oh well, we get a guy to point a laser, and then the dinosaur jumps at
It's like,
what we point at.
know,
It's like,
wolves would be more useful in a way.
you already
but
have
not,
predators. Exactly. You have
I was gonna
more
say, but not
predators.
but not for assaulting stuff, for like finding things, and if needed to, yeah, maybe assault, but like, you know, you have your guns for the assault.
Oh no. See, like it would make sense locale dependent, where it's like, all right, we need to kill this leader, but we can't make it an obvious assassination. So let's drop a fucking cougar in on this guy. That's not ridiculous. He went camping and a cougar killed him.
And we have the specific scent. We have the specific scent for it to find, and it's been trained to kill very easily. You know, it knows weak points on humans or something. Okay, cool. Kill him. Cool. Yeah, that'd be less work than a fucking raptor.
And like you're probably spending 10 or 20,000 a year on the cage and the food versus the millions just to buy one of these things at an auction.
And to keep it secure, the cages would have to be more enforced, you'd think, because these fuckers are smart.
You gotta have like military
smarter than a cougar, you know. Like,
and you gotta have guys rotating with fucking tasers and weapons to shoot it at worst. You know, if
you have long range shit ready. You gotta, you also gotta not kill it because it's your investment.
And these things are so smart, plot dependent, that they figure out their cages.
It's. Or they play dead long enough. They play dead long enough to trick you and kill you anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like the Indominus Rex, where it's like, where is it?
Yeah,
it's fucking like 30 feet tall. I don't care if it's camo. If it's camoed in the.
Let's go in and look, guys. God
damn it!
There's scratch marks on the side. Yeah. Did you hear it drop down or nothing? Climb up. No, we have cameras, but I don't know. Fuck it. The thermals are gone. That means it's not there.
Such an insulting, it's like I already know. We're nowhere near being like we're banging our heads on the table trying to figure out how to clone a goddamn mammoth, and that's not even that old. It's like a dinosaur is stupid.
I think they've cloned a sheep before, maybe. But
yeah, well, that's like a current. It's not hard to clone a sheep. You already got like living DNA.
That's what I'm saying, but that's probably tough enough to do that one thing.
Yeah, they're just now like in Korea, they can like churn out puppies, and that was a huge feat. And now they're trying to do mammoths.
More puppies to get put down. There we go.
Mammoths are only, like 20,000 years old or so, give or take.
Yeah, they're somewhat closer. They're not even close.
And we got a few specimens that are preserved.
Those are like thousands of years ago, not millions and millions.
And we're struggling to figure that out and how to like hodgepodge elephant DNA with it.
Yeah,
and so you think about dinosaurs. So it's like it's already like, all right, so we're in our infancy of ever tapping this potential. So it's already ridiculous, but it's like, all right, it's plot, it's like believable plot with exaggerated science.
Yeah, it's kind of like nanobots. Like you can see it coming in the future, but we're not quite all the way there yet.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's like you already got like people want to see dinosaurs. That's just a cool thing to see, and it's such a cool long.
It's like they were here before humans and stuff. Anything before humans is interesting.
Yeah, even like cave people is interesting.
Yeah,
that's not that far
even
removed
primates. Even primates being slightly smarter than they are. It's like, ooh, they learned.
Yeah, so it's like you don't got to try hard to put something.
It's really not hard to please us. It's not that hard to please us. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm so irritated by this shit, because it's like, Jurassic Park 3, and it's forgettable and it's a real downgrade, but it's still like. It still fit within the rules for the most part.
I feel like they were ballsier with that, sort of. Yeah.
I mean, they killed. They took the icon of the T-Rex and then snapped his fucking neck. And like shit.
Yeah, that's like
the first act of the movie.
It was also uneventful. It was like, oh, I guess he's dead now. Okay.
So then like you're scared of this like super, apparently more smart and more handsy.
Its arms are actually useful. Oh no.
And it can swim, because that's actually what Spinosaurus. That's why they had the fin, because it helped them swim and cut the water, aerodynamic in the water. But yeah, it's just like try to make it sensible. Like you have living dinosaurs and turtles and
birds.
we got birds as well. And Alligators.
Even
you
the
got
Komodo dragon is almost a
Komodo
fucking
dragon?
dinosaur. I'd say that's probably the closest real dinosaur, like as far as look and appearance and ferociousness. It's like a fucking raptor, dude.
yeah, you know. Also, I'm saying is like they hunt in packs, so it's not ridiculous
Packs,
to have.
they like bite you and they'll stalk you. They don't just eat you. They'll sometimes stalk you and let you die slowly.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you're giving birth, you know, like a deer, and it'll fucking yank the baby out and eat it in front of you and then kill you too, probably. So it's like fucking hey, these things are evil. It's fuck.
Did you ever see that sci-fi movie Komodo? That was pretty scary.
I probably should. I didn't know there was a Komodo dragon movie and all, which actually surprised me. I'm like, how can they not? They've made ones about dogs and lions and cats and shit, and like, yeah, the Komodo one is easy peasy, man. That's Godzilla essentially, right
Well,
there.
there's like a scene that I remember. I don't remember what the plot. I was a kid when it came out, but I watched it a few times. There's a scene where it's like they like strung up one of the Komodos. They like set a trap or something, and they got like a spear through its head or through its neck or something. So you think it's dead. So then she's like got to crawl on it to like get down or get up. But then it's alive, so it starts like shaking. And it's like fuck. Like it's already creepy if you like catch a lizard, you know, like in your hand. Think about one that's bigger than you wiggling, like, and it's got claws and shit. Oh my god, it's fucking scary, dude.
Nope. I don't want to be anywhere. I don't want to be within like a state of a Komodo dragon. Like I don't want to be anywhere near one. Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
Well, I mean, they're actually like, besides, you know, it's really weird. They're like, you know, they're like a prime predator, but at the same time, like they're really docile outside of like killing shit.
Yeah, when they're not hungry, they're probably fine. But when they're hungry, I don't want to be on their fucking menu.
It's funny, you go like Columbus Zoo, they got a statue and you can like sit on and take pictures of, and it just is such like a majestic kind of like docile beast. You know, it's kind of noble in how it stands. And
yeah,
shit
but also if you bury some prey, it can still find it because it can bury underground and kill it and get it. Its claws are big. It can climb a tree. It can swim. Fuck that.
I gotta look up Komodo Island really quick because that's the only place they're at, and it's like, how did you get such a big animal for an island? It's such a weird.
It's a good thing they don't have goddamn wings. Like fuck that! If they had wings, oh my god, that would be quite insane.
All right, so Komodo, and it's south of Indonesia, so it's like in between a couple islands.
Yeah, Komodos are like fucking awesome. But the trailer is almost done here. Let's finish this out. And
I'm surprised there's no stories of like World War II guys getting like crash landing.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things you could probably have done with Komodos, and you know, like goddamn, there'd be a lot of interesting ones. I thought it'd be interesting if they did one also with like Amelia Earhart, like on that island that has coconut crabs. You know, like she gets fucking torn apart and eaten. You know, that'd been a scary little survival story where she dies. You know, under pilot. Fucked it.
But a woman.
What? Castaway, but a woman. That's a good one. That's the remake of Castaways with the Amelia Earhart. That's funny. But yeah, so let's just finish out the trailer here because it's almost done.
I don't want to. Oh, that was pretty scary. Actually,
she almost got eaten right there. Well,
I'm
surprised they showed that.
Shocked me.
I'm surprised they showed that in the trailer.
What the fuck animal is that?
No, that's what I'm. That's why that's at the end of the trailer here. It's a new one.
Well, that's a scary shot. That surprised me. Oh shit! Hey, they brought the Dilophosaurus back. Yes, that's like my favorite in Jurassic Park. Is the Dilophosaurus.
Yeah. So they say,
Don't move. Bigger. Why do they always have to go bigger?
So a lot of people have seen this shot and think that they're gonna do like Star Wars right. Like they're gonna do what Star Wars failed to do. They're gonna unite the three trio and I'm like, these are a trio.
Well, yeah.
Like no, they're the stars in the first movie, but like I don't see how they're a trio. Like a trio implies they. Like in Star Wars, for example, like they work together often, like in situations, and like we're a pair, a trio. These aren't really a trio.
For this universe, this is like the Han, Luke, and Leia. This is like the start of it all, and there was some kinship among them, and you know, Neil was like the main thread of. Well, Goldblum was in 2, but then they brought Neil back for 3. So I can kind of see that, but you know, I'm not taking it as like such a deep thing, because like I see this as like they're on number 3 of a 6-film saga, and then just now bringing them all back together. This is like scooping deep in the well. This is a cash grab moment, but it's still better than what Star Wars did, and it's like it's pretty sad that even with the circumstance of Jurassic World doing it at the end, and like Fast 7, the way they sent off Paul Walker, it's like, how are these stupid franchises that are forgettable as fuck done better to respect fans than Star Wars?
You're right. Yeah, I hate Fast and the Furious, but the Paul Walker thing I've heard is very sentimental. Like,
yeah, like I did
respectful.
a whole video about the biggest thing, and I hate Leia. She's an awful character. She just goes downhill from like the feminist icon. She just becomes Han's bitch. So she's not really important besides the first film, and it's just she's less important as a character. But everyone loves her, and so I'm aware of that. And she dies, and it's like Johnson had a whole year to retool the story to make it work with like kicking her out, not being so important for the story. And
But to have us miss her, to have us appreciate she was there.
He literally kept a morbid ass scene of her fake dying just to suck her back into the ship. And it's like that's why it's morbid. It's not just like, well, I wanted to keep my film how I envisioned it. And it's like, well, things changed. This is a saga. You're in the middle of a trilogy.
And that could have also helped the story and given respect to her and the fans. Like there's a lot of things. Meaning that's a triple right there. That's a lot of things you could achieve at once with one little thing.
So it's like what JJ did with the Leia stuff. When I hate the character, I was like, wow, I hate her, and I thought that was really nice how he sent her off, being stuck with her alive as a character, and not just blowing her up.
There's not much you can do.
The opening credits, where it's like Leia has died, or putting her in a ship and Kylo blows her up finally for real.
You don't want it to be a gruesome death now.
Yeah.
After this
morbid.
time.
And it's morbid as fuck that Johnson kept her. Like, I hate her and I am pissed. So I can't imagine people actually like her, how they feel about that, And so, so it's like, I'm not hyping us up in like, oh, look good start with. It's like, no, there is a point to be had.
The comment of they're doing
more respect.
Bringing 3 characters that people liked from a different movie into a sequel, and it's not total shit, probably, as far as their characters are concerned, anyway.
Yeah,
and the actors.
I mean, I'll probably watch this just so I can give a review and laugh at it, how bad it is.
Yeah,
this end sequence of like the bite in the cage, and then like why they always go bigger.
it's like it's supposed to be. So there's the Indominus Rex, and then there's the Indoraptor, and now we have the Indoraptor Supodominus Omega Ultra Rex or something. And it's like, okay. Yeah, and so that's basically our little thingy here.
Yeah, that was really bad. If you like watching anything about dinosaurs or nature, this is an insult to your intelligence.
Pretty fucking much.
Yeah, let's watch the pitch meetings. I've never seen this. I've watched them here and there. I've never actually like sat down and like kept up with them with new movies. So let's dig in. I sent you a link in the private chat.
The pitch meetings are okay. You see too many of them in a row, and it's kind of annoying. But yeah.
So you have a Jurassic World sequel script for me? Yes, sir, I do. So in this movie, we're going to reveal that the island that Jurassic World was built on is an active volcano that's about to erupt. That's hilarious. What do you mean? Oh, you're being serious. Okay, my bad. Keep going.
You're being serious. Okay. I love that.
Like,
that's hilarious.
Was that the thing in the first one?
I guess I like his attempt at humor where he's like, that's hilarious. I wasn't kidding. No, but I thought you were. Like, he's not really laughing, but he's like saying it. He's saying it's
the delivery
funny.
And the speed of it, and just like how it's pointing out how stupid it is when it's like that's never been established.
Yeah, which is funny because he is trying to be a reenaction of the pitch meeting for the thing. So that is funny. That is kind of a funny concept, I'll admit. I guess that's how
it's ingenious.
Going. Yeah, so the volcano is going to kill all the dinosaurs, so Congress is trying to decide.
I like the look he picked for this fucking guy pitching the idea. It's like, oh yeah, this looks like the guy that would do that. Oh, Jesus.
if they should go save them or not. Okay. And Ian Malcolm is going to give a speech to them. Oh, Ian Malcolm. I can't wait to see him go up against dinosaurs again. Yeah, people would love to see that, wouldn't they? Yeah, he's the best. Oh, yeah. So anyway, he's only going to be in the Congress scenes. Oh, he is. Yeah, and he's going to...
just did the Congress scenes. Great. That's what we all love. Thank you. That's kind of funny. That makes me think about Star Wars and like I actually think
it's like, oh yeah, people would love to see that. We're not gonna do that.
Star Wars should have more. I'd like more Senate or world building Senate scenes. But it is funny to think of like Mace Windu, Samuel Jackson just sitting around at a table. It's like, no, he should be doing more stuff than this. You'd think like a character like Samuel Jackson as Mace Windu. You think he'd be doing more than sitting around, but no, let's send him around.
Yeah, no, I think they should have got Morgan Freeman instead of Sam Jackson.
I agree, except for I do like his confrontation with Dooku for slightly and Django, but other than that, yeah, he's might have just sitting around. Anyway,
going to be like, well, humans shouldn't have brought dinosaurs back in the first place, so the volcano was nature's way of fixing it. That makes a lot of sense because a bunch of people have died. Right, and then Congress is like, yeah, let's not go save the dinosaurs. It's actually refreshing to have characters thinking rationally instead of just making stupid decisions, and so then the protagonists are going to go save the dinosaurs themselves. Oh, they are? Okay, never mind. Yeah, so remember...
I love it that they're making actually smart decisions that aren't stupid. No, our characters are going to go save them. Oh, God. That's funny because even in the movie, it's kind of presented like, are you retarded for going to try to save them? And then they're like, no. Well, it's not that we're trying to save them. It's that poachers are trying to catch them to sell them. So we got to stop. We got to stop them by also trying to save the dinosaurs. And it's like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, it's like a stupid plot. Like this is, this is like the ridiculous extreme that like a Christian be like, see, this is why you can't play God with genetics.
Or like, no, they went to go get Blue specifically, and it's like, oh, because military again. It's like, oh my God, I don't know.
In the first movie, there was that character Money Lady. Oh yeah, what was her name again?
Lady.
Literally no one remembers or cares.
Well, okay, that is entirely true. I have no idea what her name is at all. I've seen both of the other movies, and
yeah, it's like, Bryce Dallas Howard, because I don't know her name in the movie.
The dumb bitch that is in the fucking movie. I don't fucking know. That's all.
So yeah, now she's like an activist for the protection of dinosaur lives. So even though she was one of the characters profiting off of dinosaurs in the first movie and she saw them kill a bunch of people, she wants to save them now? Exactly. So in this movie, she's just a completely different character. Yeah, just a whole new
just a whole new character. We instead of casting somebody else, we decided to keep the same person and then have them play a different character, but with the same name and history as the other character. Pretty much.
Can't go wrong with big titty redhead.
Pretty much. There we go. I should have hired Amber Heard for this one instead.
Oh, that would have been better. Yes.
Amber Heard in this instead of her. Oh, God.
Character. She will be played by the same actress, though. That's kind of unorthodox, but if you need it for the story, I need it for the story. Well, okay then. So anyway, dinosaur-loving lady's recruited by this guy, Eli Mills. And he works for a dude who co-founded Jurassic Park with John Hammond. And what's Eli's deal? He's very obviously evil. Gotcha. So anyway, he needs...
Gotcha. Yeah. No, yep. He's evil. Yep.
It's the lady's handprint.
I like how he picked this look because I can just see him with like a soy latte. Just fits this look here.
He's a stupid intern that somehow got a pitch meeting.
Like he doesn't own a suit. He doesn't own a suit yet. He just owns a t-shirt and whatever the fuck jacket that is, and
for something on the island or something, so he tells her they're gonna go save the dinosaurs. What does he actually want to do, though? He wants to kidnap a bunch of dinosaurs and sell them off at an auction. That's hilarious. What does he actually want to do, though? He wants to do the auction thing. Oh, okay. I guess because the stuff you're saying is so ridiculous, I'm like, either this guy's joking or the script is really dumb. Well, I'm not joking. Gotcha. So anyway, the bad guy also wants.
I like how he's like, this is so retarded, but I want to hear more. Continue, please. Okay. Oh, jeez.
His hands on Blue the Velociraptor. So dinosaur-loving lady has to go recruit animal-loving Navy guy from the first movie. What was his name again? I don't know. We'll IMDb it. And so animal-loving Navy guy is going to be like, well, I'm not going because dinosaurs kill people and we probably shouldn't save them. Right? That makes a lot of sense. But then he's going to change his mind almost immediately. Huh.
That happens so much in these fucking movies. Just, I'm not going to do it. Are you sure? I don't know. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. Let's just go anyway. That happens a little too often, unfortunately.
So they're going to go with a bunch of mercenaries and a couple of millennials to save the dinosaurs, but it's actually a double cross, right? And then
we're going to leave the millennials there to fucking die as well. Then we're going to go. Nope.
volcano's going to erupt and everyone's going to run around like crazy. Very exciting. An animal-loving Navy guy is going to have to run from a cloud of volcanic ash and whatnot. Oh, wow, so we're killing off animal-loving Navy guy? No, he's going to outrun it. Well, what you're talking about is a pyroclastic flow, and it could go up to 700 kilometers an hour. Oh, so he can't actually outrun it? No, not really. Did you do any research before writing this? Well, I was going to, but then I know I didn't at all. Right, that makes sense. Okay, so maybe...
But then I know I didn't at all. That's probably the most accurate thing out of all this. I was gonna do research, but I just no, I really wasn't going
our
to.
Indian friend is back. Love face.
Again. Oh, Jesus, coming again without clothing. How do you strip without clothing? I'm sorry, my friend. We're going to ban you from chat. I'm sorry.
It's funny.
Sorry
I just
again.
watched Life of Pi, so I heard that voice.
These
for
people
2
want
hours.
to watch us. The Fandom
Richard
Collective.
Parker. Here's a fish. Here's some water, Richard Parker.
Indeed. Thank you, Mega Jetty. I'm Indian for the rest of the night. No?
Maybe he won't outrun the cloud completely, but he'll come close. Well, I mean, if it catches up to him, that stuff goes up to 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, so the skin would melt off his bones. Well, I'll have him dive into the ocean. Right, but if lava streams
That'll wash it off. It's fine.
into the ocean, it makes the water boil, and he would die that way, like a lobster. He used to be in the Navy, though. Oh, that's right, he used to be in the Navy. Okay, none of that stuff applies to him. Right, so what happens next? Well, the characters...
Right, yeah. That makes sense. It's like saying a human can jump, so he's like Superman. I don't know. It's just like, what?
Don't think about it.
Yeah, shut up. He has ice breath now. Fuck off. Okay.
are going to be left for dead, and the bad guys are going to load up the dinosaurs on a boat and take off. Wow. And so the protagonists are going to do a crazy stunt jump with the Jeep and get on the boat just before it leaves. No one's going to notice a flying Jeep landing on the boat at the last second. They will not. Well, okay then.
They literally don't bat an eye at all. That happens in the movie, which is one of the most baffling things.
And one of the millennial characters is...
Was that?
Notices like the bump on the ship, like, whoa, what was that? Like,
well, it's like there's people physically there that saw it happen and are like there. That's what's more weird about it.
Being forced to do surgery on Blue because Blue got shot. Wow, I imagine it's going to have to be a quick surgery. How come? Well, I assume they're taking the dinosaurs to Isla Sorna. I don't know what that is. It's the
Probably. I don't know.
island from the Lost World in Jurassic Park 3. It's like right next to Isla Nublar and it's completely abandoned. Okay, well, they need to take the dinosaurs to California so they could auction them off. So why can't they have an auction at Isla Sorna? Well, because we have some evil cartoon characters flying into California for the auction, so the dinosaurs have to be there. Can't these people fly to the other island? Okay, full disclosure, I just want there to be dinosaurs in the US for the next movie. Oh, it's a sequel thing. Okay, I'm cool with disregarding logic if it's for a sequel. Well, great.
That's that's too common the thought process for almost every movie now, in general.
So what else happens? Well, the millennial girl is doing surgery on Blue, but she needs T-Rex blood to do a transfusion. So she asks the mercenary guys to get some? No, she tells animal-loving Navy guy and dinosaur-loving lady to get it. Why wouldn't she ask the captors to get it? Because I want the main characters to have to do it. Fair enough. So anyway...
I want them to have to do it. Fuck.
Later, animal-loving Navy guy and dinosaur-loving lady are going to get locked in a cell. Oh, is it going to be hard for them to get out of there? Actually, super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, as it turns out, nobody's guarding them, and in the cell next to them, there's a dinosaur that can break through walls. That is convenient, right? So what else happens?
It's like a superpower. It can break through walls. It can spit acid. It can, add superpowers to the dinos. Why not,
Well, we're also going to do this thing in the movie where the characters are in a room and they either have to close a door or open a door really fast. So yeah, that like 15 times, but in slightly different ways.
Oh my god, it's fucking annoying as shit.
Very exciting. Also, we're going to introduce a genetically modified dinosaur. Didn't we do that in the last movie? Yeah, but this one is a hybrid of the Indominus Rex and a Velociraptor. Wasn't the Indominus already a hybrid? It was. Oh, hybrids are tight. Yeah, and Eli Mills wants to sell this one as a weapon. How would that work? Well, if you point this gun-looking thing at a person, it'll send like a sonar wave and the Indoraptor will go kill that person. If you're planning on killing somebody and you're going to go through the trouble of pointing a gun at them, why not just shoot them? I don't know. Fair enough. So anyway,
Fair enough. There we go. That's all we need.
Raptors.
Like out of all the ideas that are retarded, like that are obvious and like come on, like why would you do like the gun one has to be the like you have a gun, like what, like out of all of them, like I feel like an infant baby would go, that's stupid, and you just have it shoot him, kill the fucker, like that, that's what would be said.
Out of its cage and try to kill everyone. Uh-oh. But then Blue is gonna save the day. So are dinosaurs supposed to be like scary monsters in this movie or good guys? They're both whenever I want them to be.
Sounds both when I want them to be. That's fucking true. T-Rex are the bad guy until we need them to save the day all the time. That's... Oh, Jesus.
Like you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, I love cake. Right, cake is great, but that's not what that... So anyway, then they're gonna be in a situation...
I love cake.
Where there's some gas being released that's going to kill the dinosaurs. Okay. And dinosaur-loving lady presses a bunch of buttons to let them out of their cages. Oh boy. And then she has to decide whether or not to press the last button that'll open up the door and set them free. Why didn't she press that button first and let the gas out? I don't know. Fair enough. Anyway, then she's going to decide not to do it. Probably a good idea. But then a little clone girl's going to do it anyway. What? Oh yeah, there's like a little...
What? A little clone girl. I like too that element was introduced like in the third
last
act.
second.
Like I was like, oh yeah, you're also a clone, huh?
Well, I think they like leave.
Well, no, they left
through...
they let breadcrumbs, but it was still like, huh? Like the way it was revealed was weird. Still, to me.
Little girl who's like a clone of a dead lady, and she's like, dinosaurs are alive like me, so she sets them free to kill people. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, well, this way dinosaurs will be out roaming the world in Jurassic World 3. Oh, it's a sequel thing. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so at the end, we're going to imply that dinosaurs are going to take over the world. Wow, how many dinosaurs are there? I don't know, maybe 40 of them from 11 different species, and we've established that they can be taken down by bullets. That's right. Doesn't seem like that much of a global threat, to be honest. Well, we're going to play it off as a...
That's what's hilarious, because they show Blue, like, the whole surgery, like, is one shot. Like, this, yeah, okay, yeah. Like you're saying, like, oh, there's a raptor in my yard. It's like, I could just shoot it, I guess, and then it's dead.
Well, yeah, but like, like, well, when I said that, I meant like in context.
I know, like surprising you. I know, but
an everyday Joe in his backyard.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck a raptor! Like,
yeah, no, I know what you meant. I know what you meant, but also,
especially in California, how many of these people have guns?
Okay, I guess
we're not in North California.
So California's fucked, but beyond that, we're fine. They can have California.
Global threat. Well, okay then. So what do you think? Well, to be honest, it all sounds kind of ridiculous and far-fetched. Okay. But I feel like if we show the entire story in the trailers, people will be like, there's no way that's the actual story, right? Oh, so then they'll go see it to find out? Exactly. Would that work? Only one way to find out.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fucking A. Yep.
Even with the stupid in the first one, it was like, it was good enough, for a blockbuster. Like, okay, that's
like, it was wholesome. There's character stuff happening that was legitimate enough, and the dinosaur stuff wasn't too in your face about it. Yeah, that's our favorite one, right? It's coming out. It's favorite one. No,
I'll be watching Lord of the Rings, and I'll probably see Doctor Strange next month. But Batman's definitely for sure I'm gonna see. Doctor Strange is like, okay. If it's later, I might watch it.
Man, none of the Marvel or DC ones made me go, oh yeah, I want to see that. It's all like,
I do love how all the Snyder bots are crying about the DC Heroes thing, and with the way they did that, I feel like depending on success, they might try to rope in the Batman into the multiverse.
That's funny.
But I think they probably got a solid plan for a trilogy with the Batman, and I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Yeah, I don't care about seeing Batman and anything else anymore, to be honest. I'm good.
I still watch the Batman trilogy with Nolan, so I love Batman when they do it right. So, and I never watch Keaton Batman. The only one of the four I watch is Forever, because I feel like it's got the right mix of like, it's campy, got the kid shit, but there's still like a good adult root in the story.
Yeah.
And Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey are amazing.
Yeah, they're funny. Faux show.
Yeah, but no, it's I was really sad there wasn't an Obi-Wan trailer.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do that.
And it was a perfect time to release. But you know, they own ESPN, so they'll probably find some NBA game to release it on.
Yeah.
And of course, I won't watch that until it's on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, I'll
Mhm.
watch the trailer. I'm not watching fucking NBA.
Nope, not NBA current. Fuck that shit. But yeah, I don't got anything else more to say, I guess. Any last thoughts on movies coming out?
I mean, yeah, we're, you know, it's like it's weird because we're getting lots of stuff, but it's like I'd rather just stay and watch shit on streaming. Like I got to catch up on Raised by Wolves. They're already like 4 episodes into the new season. But I mean, it's, I guess, spectacle, and the Batman seems like it's going to be like a legit story. So
It'll be
That's-
interesting to see how the normie crowds respond to this stuff. But then again, I feel like it won't make a difference because they see it all anyway and eat it up usually. The rest of it.
yeah, I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll be
Tomorrow.
on American Beef tomorrow on Angus's channel for All American Beef. Boy, we got the memes, we got the beef, and we got the queef. Can't think of
We
another
have
word.
our inside sources at Lucasfilm.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. See y'all then.